to put in it. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you get off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm calling the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up. The big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, see how my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first NFL carry for Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
27 to Sam. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and
All day, baby, all day.
they'll try to run forward Barkley. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, here's Fournette. Fournette fighting through.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
Room to run inside the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Carlos Hyde, 26 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants making their way out, and at this point you would have to think that all mentions of last year maybe erased from team history, or at least that's what they want. Clearly, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, the talent on this team, too good for another 3-13 finish, right?
And I think that was reflected in their draft in 2018. Because it was an all-out rebuild.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Jags grab it, powering his way forward. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
11. Lucy. Hey, let's go. Trips left. Green is good.
They'll give it to him up the side to 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Hey, 54 Ricky.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. Left side complete, Safarian-Jenkins. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley, even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. To throw, it's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tommy Bohannon, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
27's to Sam. 27's to Sam.
Manning now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Manning on the bootleg. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Telvin Smith coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Now a play fake. Manning flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On first down, Bortles. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it again, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go. Green 80. Green 80. Let's go left. 31's the right. Green is it.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
Throwing is Manning. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A handoff to Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Receiver.
On second down, here's Manning to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam.
Manning going to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. That one goes for 24 yards.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
Now Stewart on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hey.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to 3.
Manning to throw on second down. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Ingram, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for 2. Working from the gun, Manning. And this is incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Jags heading out on offense. Last year, we said, Charles, one of these years it has to come together for the Jaguars, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It certainly did. They won double-digit games for the first time in 10 seasons, and they picked up 2 more wins in the playoffs before falling in that tough one to New England.
And they decided that on offense, they were going to be a team that knocked you off the ball and ran it. That's why they drafted Leonard Fournette out of LSU, and he gave them some toughness and an identity. Quarterback Blake Bortles, often criticized, but elevated his play in the playoffs, both with his legs and his arm. For the defense, that's where the big transition happened. Yannick Ngakoue coming off the edge. Calais Campbell, maybe the best player in the defensive line in the league last season. But Jalen Ramsey out at corner, he gives them their swagger, he gives them their look, and he gives them great play on the edge.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Bortles to throw on second down. Open man right side is Shark. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Lucy.
On 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, hold on to that football, young man. It's the first NFL touchdown catch for DJ Chark. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Manning will try again on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for his receiver Sharp, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Fournette on the counter. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Michael Thomas on the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Mike 39, Lucy. I got 11. 77.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And now running right through it. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop a shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up. Looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's a give to Fournette. Down to about the 22 here. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. No one ran the ball more than the Jaguars in 2017, and we could very well see another carry here on 3rd and short. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll get it up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game, Hader, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try
and the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's the backup Lauletta. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
Now Lauletta on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Lauletta, and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Dewan Smoot coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On third down, Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And on the ground they go with a running back. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Fournette proven to be even more dangerous this year than as a rookie, as the Jags come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
380. 380.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And he's able to put it through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Loletta. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Over! Watch it now, Barney!
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at for it on fourth down.
Lucky 56.
Desperation time on fourth down for Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Lauletta flushed out right. To Shepard, complete over the middle. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
To the air yet again, Lauletta looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now Leonard Fournette. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Again, it's Fournette. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Jacksonville, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.